Boker Tov, everyone. Good morning. We're continuing the Halachot of Erev Rosh Hashana. It is a minhag to go to the Mikve on Erev Rosh Hashana, also on Erev Kippur. Some people do this every Erev Shabbat. Some Hasidim do it every day. As the general reasoning for going to the Mikve is that now you are being reborn. You're cleansing on the one hand what you're going in with. Sometimes you're going with filth of averot, etc. You're coming out clean. You're also coming like a new person. And just like the power of the mikveh could turn a non-Jew into a Jew, that's part of the conversion. That's when they become a Jew. So too, all the more so, a Jew to become a super Jew, right? To get cleaner, to become on a higher level. So people do this. What? Is it okay to do it in the lake? It is okay to do it in the lake. So, sorry? Is it the same value, you mean? So, good question. So, for a woman, it's a different topic, right? There's a lot of halachot of going to a lake, going to the ocean. There's a lot of halachot. They should really only go to the real mikveh. Those type of things you got to check a lot of details for that, and etc. For men, especially nowadays, the only time a man is required to go to the mikveh nowadays is not even every Jew, but it's actually in the conversion process. That's the only time a person converts. Nowadays, we don't have the Bet HaMikdash, and we used to have to before Korbanot, we were Tameh, etc. Now there's no obligation. So for a man, this is kind of like extra when you go before Rosh Hashanah, before Yom Kippur. It's extra, it's not obligated. And therefore, yeah, ideal is mikveh, but even if you go in a pool, even if you go in a lake, etc., it doesn't have to be a a pool is not a kosher mikveh for a woman, but for this, it's still considered. And even, the worst comes to worst, because the worst situation, it's not considered a mikveh, it's a lesser situation, is, if let's say you didn't go to the mikveh, Erev Rosh Hashanah, you wanted to, when you're standing in the shower, if you have in mind, like the mikveh waters, tet kabin, that's the amount of water that goes on. It could also be a form of cleansing. You could even do it every Erev Shabbat. Adding to this, diverging a little bit, when a person passes away, part of the, Baruch Hashem Zochet, to be part of the Chevra, so part of it is to put in the mikveh. So here, and so we don't put in the mikveh, but rather we pour 3 massive buckets all at the same time. That's the amount of tet kabin, 9 kav of water, and that's like the amount of a mikveh. It's as if it's like in the mikveh. That's the some others they do the mikveh for that, but it's also not necessarily a kosher mikveh, because they fill up the water right there and then. They don't take it exactly. It has to have a connection to rainwater, etc. They'll just fill it up and put it in, and etc. But so we do this. So for men now, it's more lenient than a woman's mikveh. So answering your question, if you want to go to the lake, it's still okay as well. And the main thing is the kavanah. When you're in there, having the kavanah of being reborn, having the kavanah of releasing some of the spiritual filth. One of the kavanot as well is to get rid of kas. There's different kavanot, having in mind different things, each kind of dunk, 3 dunks, 7 dunks, the minimum is 1 dunk, because that's the main thing. All right, but having different things in mind of teshuvah. Just finishing up. So we're supposed to wear Shabbat clothes, of course, on Rosh Hashanah. A person might say, well, it's Judgment Day. I'm so afraid. Like, why am I dressing all nicely? Why am I having nice meals on Rosh Hashanah, holiday meals? I can even sing at the meals, etc. And that's because there's this combination of Gilu Bir Ada. There's happiness, but there's also tension a little bit, fear, because it's Judgment Day. But the judge is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So we have to be betuchim badin. We have to be sure that Bezrat Hashem, the judgment was a good judgment. We don't know what the judgment was. We can't come out of Rosh Hashanah, be depressed. I don't know what the judgment was. I don't know. No. We do our best to work on it, or work on ourselves, and work on ourselves, and try to be better. And come out of it, Bezrat Hashem, it was a good judgment. And go to your head in a positive way. So there's that element of positive and element of worry. So part of the positive is we get a haircut before we cut our nails, and we do what we can to be presentable, even though it's a judgment day. That's that for today. We'll continue more on this B'ezrat Hashem tomorrow. Mincha tonight at 6:35. Gemara Shiur at 8:30. We want to wish Yosef Wanunu and Noam safe travels, and we will see you back soon for Sukkot B'ezrat Hashem. And Ralph is going away as well. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good day, everyone. Turn the video.